Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mr. Hicks podcast. We are here getting it in once again, time and time again. Now, for those of you who noticed, I have been playing with my hat a lot as I'm doing these videos, and it's mostly because I cannot believe how fat my face has gotten. And as I look at this, I'm going on a diet immediately because the last time, from the time that a couple of months ago that I was doing these videos, I realized that I have put on about 5 pounds of face, and it's really difficult for me to kind of come to terms with that. So I keep playing with my hat in hopes that my face will look thinner. And I tried a different hat, and it really didn't help, and it just kind of squeezed the fat together on my fat head. So now I'm going on a diet because of you. So just so that you know that. A lot's being made of the Eagles. I am, of course, a huge Eagles fan. And a lot's being made of the Giants letting Saquon Barkley go in the offseason and the Eagles picking him up, especially since they did, what do they call it, Hard Knocks. And they did Hard Knocks, and there was a bunch of videos of the Giants front office discussing Saquon Barkley and whether they should resign Saquon Barkley, and if anyone else is going to pay the money that Saquon Barkley is asking for. And specifically, John Mara, the owner of the Giants, saying, I'm not going to sleep well if Saquon goes to the Eagles. And I don't think John Mara has slept in about 8 months, because holy smokes. Not only did he go to the Eagles, he has rushed for 2,000 yards, and I believe he has run for 200 yards in all of the Eagles playoff games. And going into this weekend, where they're playing in the NFC Championship, this has got to be absolute murder and torture for Giants fans. Now look, we in the NFC East hate each other. We hate each other with the passion and the burning of 1,000 suns. And we are proud of the fact that we hate each other. I don't like them. I don't like Washington. But we all hate the Cowboys. And our hatred of the Cowboys is actually much stronger than our hatred for each other. So we can all kind of band together in the fact that we hate the Cowboys. This is the first time in my life that I felt genuine pity for a football team. I felt bad for the Giants. It's not a feeling that I am used to. I am not very comfortable with this feeling going towards a division rival. It feels positive. It feels considerate. And as an Eagles fan, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with these feelings. So I would like to reach out to Giants fans and say, listen, you not signing Saquon was the right choice. It feels awful because of his success, because he went to a team that's in your division, and because he went to a team that's literally like right across the river. So it feels awful, but it wasn't the wrong thing to do. The Eagles have the best offensive line in all of the NFL, and they're young as well. That we have a defense that's one of the best defenses in the league, and it's the youngest defense in the league. The average age is 25 years old. Like, what Howie Roseman has done is probably nothing short of a miracle. There are times that I believe the Eagles are using some kind of different pay scale or different salary cap than everybody else. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it. I'm just really happy. I personally, if I was another team, I would pay. There is no amount of money I would not pay to try to steal Howie Roseman away from the Eagles. I wouldn't. I would personally bar him from leaving his house if he tried to go anywhere else. I might get arrested, but I'd have a lot of bail money because I know a lot of Eagles fans would agree with me. There's nothing that you could have done to really stop yourself from having a bad season this year. If you had Saquon, it wouldn't have made it much better. He is a really beloved player, and I totally understand that. But it wasn't the not signing Saquon that really made it hurt. It was the signing of Daniel Jones, who ended up, he was a kind of a, who is this draft pick? And then they threw good money after bad money, and then paid him again because he had one decent season with Dayball, and then He proceeded to fall back off the cliff. Daniel Jones wasn't what we thought he was. And the fact that nobody saw that, the thing that really hurts was probably not the letting go of Saquon. It was much more the re-signing of Daniel Jones, and then cutting him mid-season. I've never heard of that a day in my life. That feels like the kind of incompetence that if you were in government, you would be literally like thrown out on your teeter-totter. Like we would be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's not a matter of like it's not like malicious. It's just stupid. And it's stupid to the point where you're like, I can't believe we're this stupid. I can't believe it. Like, you ever work with somebody and look over and be like, we make the same salary. Me and you. Me and you make exactly the same money. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So I get the pain, but the real pain that you really should feel is not from the Eagles. It's not even from Daniel Jones. It's from Jaden Daniels. The Jaden Daniels thing, to me, should actually hurt worse. Because, see, last year, the Giants won a couple of games that meant absolutely nothing to anything except to do one thing, to make sure that you didn't get the first pick in the draft. So Caleb Williams did not have a great season. He played for the Bears. But the Washington Commanders also had a really bad season. And they got some ownership, and the first thing they did was they bring in Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels turns out to be a monster. He is skinny, but Lord of mercy, he gets it done. I don't think I've ever seen anybody this good, this accurate, this poised in the face of blitzes, and they throw different coverages at him, and they're going to disguise coverages, and they're going to twist the defensive line because he's a rookie, and that's what you do with a rookie. You try to confuse him. That man is chill beyond words. He's not quite Lamar as far as like his running ability, but nobody is. But his ability to just kind of sidestep, keep his eyes downfield, throws a very catchable ball, incredibly accurate. The Giants could have drafted him. If the Giants just like not won one more game on the back end, they would have been in the number 2 position, and they could have drafted Jaden Daniels. And Jaden Daniels and the Commanders and the Eagles are in the same division as the Giants. So that means that the running back that you let go of and the quarterback you could have drafted are playing each other for the NFC Championship. I'm sorry. I don't feel good about this either. Okay, I need for you to understand that. This is the most conflicted video I think I've ever done. I just know that if it was my team that was that dumb, that was that egregiously incompetent, and both teams are from major markets and they're on TV all the time, and the whole NFL world is going to be watching on Saturday. This sucks. When I say this, I want you to understand I mean this in the nicest way possible. Giants fans, sucks to be you. It's my time. Take it easy.